If you're a first-time homebuyer, you may be struggling to figure out how to determine who the right lender is for you. Well, I'm Brand the Mortgage Man, and I've helped more than 10,000 homebuyers over my 20-plus year career in mortgages, and today, I'm here to help you make that decision. In this video, I'm gonna break down how you should be looking for the right mortgage lender into 5 easy subtopics, and let's get right into those. So, number 1, experience and specialization. So first off, you may already be speaking to a realtor, and that realtor might have referred you to a lender that they work with regularly. But is that lender the right lender for you? Well, we know you're a first-time home buyer, so does this lender specialize in working with first-time home buyers? I don't mean they only work with first-time home buyers. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers, as does my team. We don't only work with first-time home buyers, but because we work with so many of them, we do know exactly what they're looking for in most cases and how to handle their situations. We know what their concerns would be, and we address those up front and make sure they're comfortable with the entire process. We also know what incentives are available to first-time home buyers when they're looking to purchase a home. That's the difference between working with someone who specializes in first-time home buyer loans and those who do not. So that's important. Experience and specialization. So that was specialization, and the experience is how long have they been in the business and how experienced are they with working with scenarios like your own, because not every scenario is the same. There's rarely two that are identical. So it's important that you're working with someone who's experienced and is a specialist in the area where you need help. 2, access to multiple lenders and programs. Now, if you go directly to a bank, for instance, they likely only offer what the bank has available, meaning they only have specific products and programs that they can offer to anyone that applies for a mortgage with them, regardless of if you're a first-time home buyer or you've owned multiple homes. They don't have specialized programs just for you. However, you may be able to work with a mortgage broker or a direct mortgage lender who has access to more than one investor or more than one lender where they can send your loan. And each of those lenders or investors may have different products and programs that they specialize in that are beneficial to you as a first-time home buyer. They also may have more lax guidelines with some of these lenders or investors than what you would get from a bank, for instance, right? That bank has guidelines typically on top of whatever set guidelines are. Where a lender like us, where we're a non-correspondent lender or a broker, typically don't have these additional guidelines or what you call overlays, which are guidelines to the guidelines, right? Making it easier to qualify with lenders like us versus going directly to a bank or a lender that doesn't have access to other investor outlets for you. 3, transparency on fees and loan structure. So are they being upfront with you and explaining everything? And at this point, you may have watched some of my other videos already. You may follow me on my other social media channels. And if you did watch my video on closing costs, that's exactly what I mean. Is the lender walking you through all of the costs that come along with purchasing a home outside of your down payment? Are they being transparent with you about anything additional you might have to pay up front? Maybe it's for an interest rate or something that their company charges. Are they telling you about everything, or are those numbers going to change as you work your way through the process? Is the way they're telling you they're able to structure your loan actually going to be feasible when it comes time for you to find a property? I have an example right now that I'm working with a client. I structured their loan in the only way possible for it to work. And then they were told by their bank that they can do it a different way. But at the end of the day, their bank's incorrect because math is math. And if we're saying that you're qualifying based on, let's call it a debt to income ratio, meaning what you make versus what you spend monthly, including the new property you're buying, there's no way to change that, right? You're either doing the math right or you're doing it wrong. And in this case, unfortunately, her bank is doing the math wrong and giving her misinformation. But that has to do with loan structure. They're structuring the loan incorrectly, and what's gonna happen if she opts to go with them versus myself is she's gonna find out while she's in the process that it's not gonna work the way they told her, which is unfortunate, but something you need to look out for up front. 4, communication and availability. Well, communication is key. The way I'm communicating with you and explaining things and the way I explain things in all my videos is how I deal with all of my clients and how I train my team to deal with our clients. Communication is key. I can tell you that with our clientele and our realtors, there is never a breakdown in communication. Everyone knows exactly what's going on, why it's going on, and when it's going on. That's important. You want a high level of communication when you're going through the home buying process, especially for your first time. Availability, on the other hand, is another thing. You've heard of banking hours, I'm sure. Banking hours are 9 to 5, right? Some banks work outside of that nowadays, but traditionally banking hours are 9 to 5. Are you going to work with a lender who's only available from 9 to 5, or do you need lenders that are available around your schedule? The way that my team is structured is we're available 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you can't fit within the 12 hours a day, 7 days a week that we're available, I'd be very surprised, right? 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday. Doesn't mean everyone works that way. Maybe you don't need someone to be available that often, but what you want to consider is you're going to be out looking at properties, probably in the evenings if you work during the day, or on the weekends. You're going to want a lender who's going to be available to you and your realtor so you can all work cohesively to help get you under contract for a home. You want a lender who's going to be willing to take the time to run different payments for you on the properties you find as you're out with doing your home search with your realtor, because no two homes are going to give you the exact same monthly payment, right? Things like taxes, the insurance, HOA or no HOA, or movement in the market when it comes to interest rate, are all things that need to be considered and that can impact the payment you're going to receive on a property. So it's important that you're working with a lender who has excellent communication and is always available to you as you need them during the process, and also available to your realtor. Like I said, everyone's working cohesively to help you become a homeowner. Number 5, this goes without saying, reputation and reviews. Now, I know you landed on my YouTube page somehow. I'm not sure if you've taken the time to research who I am and what I do for my clients, but I recommend you do. My reputation is the reason why people want to work with me and continue to work with me, and why you should take the information I'm providing in these videos to heart. It's because I have the reputation, I have the reviews from past clients and agents alike to support my value to you as a loan originator. As I say in the beginning of all my videos, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and my reputation is everything to me. I make it a point to make sure that I deliver on everything I say I'm going to do for my clients, and I consider my agent partners or realtors to be my clients as well. So it's very, very important that you find a lender with a good reputation and the reviews to support that. The easiest place to go, for one, is Google, and 2, go on Zillow. Zillow actually has a section for mortgage lenders where you can read reviews from past clients and see what they have to say. Are those lenders delivering on what they told those clients they were going to get from start to finish? What's nice about Zillow is it's not the lender's website, right? The lender can control what shows up on their own website. Zillow's a third party. We as lenders have no control over what someone puts on their website. So I would say that the information you find there when it comes to the reviews, which in turn is going to affect the reputation of that lender, is going to be more accurate than what you'd see anywhere else. So that's a great place to start. I'd almost put number 5 at number 1 and work my way backwards from there. But make sure as a first-time homebuyer you're utilizing these 5 points when you're looking for the right mortgage lender. It's very, very important that they meet all of its criteria. Obviously, you can weight what's most important to you. However, I think a piece of each of these should be part of your decision on who you decide to work with. For more videos like this one, or if you just want to continue educating yourself on mortgages and real estate, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have questions about your own scenario, leave a comment below. I do reply to 100% of the comments left on my videos.